doctor, you'll be able to keep your doctor. If you like your health care plan, you'll be able to keep your health care plan. If you like your health care plan, you'll be able to keep your health care plan. Period. If you like your insurance plan, you will keep it. No one will be able to take that away from you. It hasn't happened yet. It won't happen in the future.
Today, President Obama holding a summit with some of America's leading CEOs from Facebook, Google, and Yahoo, just to name a few.
Said to be needing help to fix the Obamacare website, plus they all wanted to talk about the big NSA court decision coming down today. What will the summit accomplish? Jonathan Collegio, Republican strategist and director of communications for American Crossroads. Marjorie Clifton, former consultant in the Obama team and principal of Clifton Consulting. First question, my esteemed colleague, Allison Camerata, waiting patiently.
Thank you very much, Bill Hemmer. Great to see you guys. Marjorie, I'll start with you. This summit is confusing. These aren't technical gurus to fix the website, right? He's not talking to Sheryl Sandberg about how to fix the website. Why did the president call this group together today?
Well, it's an interesting time with these companies, given everything that's happened with NSA, the SOPA-PIPA debates over the past years. And so I think it's important bridge building in terms of relationships with these companies, but I think it's also to show the public in earnest we're trying to address these issues. I mean, in terms of the technology expertise, I look at this a little bit like hiring the expensive contractor after you already hired the cheap one and it turns your house into a money pit. It's kind of a little too late for that.
Yeah.
But, you know, at this point, I think, again, it's sort of a gesture to say, look, we're really trying to solve this problem.
It's mid-December. Jonathan, when's this thing when's it gonna be solved?
Make it stop. No, it is, I mean, it isn't a bad thing that they're meeting with the executives. It's a good idea that they should have had about 4 years ago when they were designing this. I mean, we know that the president knows the value of all the folks that are in the technology industry. He had them advising his presidential campaign in 2012, and I think that this shows a little bit of kind of the heart of President Obama. He was very, very interested in having them come and advise the re-election campaign, but when it comes to actually governing, they haven't been there. They haven't been advising this process, and I think that this is kind of symptomatic of the way this president governs. He doesn't go and talk to the senators in person about the legislation. He goes and he gives speeches in their states or in their congressional districts. It's kind of a way for him to value the optics of the situation as opposed to the nitty-gritty details of governing, getting down there. And with a law that's impacting 1/6 of the American economy, that's what we need right now. We need him focused on the details of this.
Marjorie, address that, because it sounds like you were almost saying the same thing, that this is sort of window dressing. It's a summit, so it sends the message, look, we're on top of it, but what does it really accomplish, and is this just optics?
Well, I mean, I would say in the role of presidency and meetings with a lot of these corporations, regardless which administration and over time, it is a little bit of a diplomacy move. It's creating a public forum, a way to bridge build and to have a conversation. And a lot of this inner workings happens behind the scenes on anything, on the NSA, on the website. So I think it is an important gesture because, you know, it publicly sends a message to the constituents of those companies as well as, you know, the United States. But in terms of the technology of the site, I mean, look, I'm pulling in all the big dogs, not just these big name companies, but behind the scenes. I mean, the website in itself, a typical public works website, is designed to serve about 50,000 people a day, whereas in this case, you know, it's looking at 50,000 at a given moment. So, you know, that's a huge lift in itself. But again, with NSA and everything that's been happening right now in terms of public-private partnership, an important step.
I wonder if he listens.
Gosh, we hope so.
I wonder. Do you?
I mean, here's the thing, though, Bill. I mean, it's more right now we're talking about more than mismanagement of an IT issue. We're talking about personnel mismanagement. I mean, we found out yesterday that the head of the state exchange in Minnesota went on a one-week vacation to Costa Rica during the rollout. I mean, that's inconceivable that the person, you know, in charge of the rollout is on a beach someplace. That's literally what's going on. We have 15,000 people who have signed up, who think that they have signed up, who still actually aren't in the system at all. We have the Wall Street Journal telling us that deductibles are going to go up 42%. A lot of things are still unexpected in this law, and I think that the worst is yet to come.
Is it possible, Marjorie, that this is not really about healthcare.gov today, and it's really about the NSA surveillance program, which these companies don't want to be part of?
Well, I mean, I think it's a both and. And look, this policy is going to affect companies as well. So I think it is important for companies to come out in front on the health care policy. frankly, I mean, it will affect employees of these companies less than, say, the individual or small business owners. But again, there are a lot of issues on the table. Again, the SOPA-PIPA shadows of the years past, and a lot that needs to be done. And in this technology age, we need bridge building between the public and private sectors because it's going to be critical. I mean, cybersecurity is the new war front.
Good luck with all that, too. Marjorie, thanks. Jonathan, thanks to you as well. Okay?
Thank you.
On the topic of the NSA, a federal